Hi, this is Maria, and in this video, I'm going to show you how the JW.org or the Jehovah's Witnesses keep you trapped in their cult with their strategies. It is like being in a prison in your mind, being a member of the JW.org cult. Now, my source for this video is from Very Well Mind, which says, a cult is an organized group whose main purpose is to dominate cult members using psychological strategies involving manipulation and pressure. Here is the list according to Very Well Mind. Number 1, absolute authoritarianism without accountability. Now, this is what I saw. In parentheses, I broke it down for each sign. The elders believe they don't have to report CSA to the authorities or the police. They feel they're above the law because they really want to look good and like a pure, the only true religion, as they say. Number 2, zero tolerance for criticism or questions. Now, when I was in the organization, I found you cannot ask the elders any questions concerning their teachings. The consequences were that you will be shunned and labeled an apostate or a possible apostate, which is what happened to me just for going to the elders with a simple question about their teaching in reference to what was actually in the King James Bible. Number 3, lack of meaningful financial disclosure regarding a budget. I wasn't really privy to the money aspect of the organization, but I was aware that the members paid for the magazines they hand out while going door to door, at mostly a loss because most people didn't want to pay. The Watchtower Society sold the magazines to the members of the cult. Number 4, unreasonable fears about the outside world, which involve conspiracies and persecution. Now, I saw the members were told they cannot have friends outside their organization. These people are called worldly. And they consider also people that reject them going door to door are people that will lose their salvation. They reference them, call them bird food on the great judgment day. That's what they said, and laughed about the people, which was very cold and uncaring and just downright evil. Number 5, a belief that former followers are always wrong for leaving, and there's never a legitimate reason for anyone else to leave. Now, I saw the members cannot speak to family members who leave or are disfellowshipped. They are proud for cutting off their own children, and they won't even attend their own children's funerals, of course, the adult children's funerals. And they're proud of how stubborn they are in allegiance to this cult, having nothing to do with these family members, sisters, mothers, brothers, children, just completely cut off as if they didn't exist. And this has also led to many members committing suicide in this cult for many reasons. The isolation and other things that go on through the disfellowshipping that they have in the congregation. Here's number 6 of the list, abuse of members. So when I was a member, I was aware of CSA abuse, and in the general public, if you Google it, you'll see there's a multi-million-dollar lawsuit brought about by victims of CSA by the JWs as children, and they won millions of dollars because of the abuse that was hidden. There's also gossip and slander is rampant, and this is used to keep the members under constant control and scrutiny. Now, what I saw was what I'm aware of is that if you discover another cult member, JW, is smoking, committing fornication, idolatry, whatever it is, you have to go straight to the elders and snitch on them. And if you don't, they will disfellowship you, and you will be pretty much blacklisted, and no one will talk to you, and such, as disfellowshipping is. Number 7, records, articles, books, or programs which document the abuses by the leader or group. And I mentioned this in my previous video about the secret file. The elders keep files on every member of everything you tell them, the hours you go door to door, etc. And you are not privy, but they have that file, and it will follow you from congregation. They'll send it to wherever you go. Followers feel they are never able to be good enough. I'm going to do a future video of all the rules to follow, such as you can't celebrate holidays, you can't smoke. There's probably about 100 to follow. And if you don't, you will be disfellowshipped if they catch you, or if you go to them and confess, which is what they require. In that case, they call it public reproof if you turn yourself in and then don't continue that practice. Number 9, a belief the leader is right all the time. Well, you expect all their members, the JWs, to follow instructions given by their organization's body, which controls the Watchtower, the Awake magazine, and they tell what rules are going to be done for that year. If they change a policy, that's all done through their governing body. Number of knowing truth or giving validation. Well, what I saw when I was a member is that the so-called brothers and sisters are told that they are in the only true religion and nobody else will find salvation other than the Jehovah's Witnesses. If you're not a Jehovah's Witness, you will be destroyed and sent to hell, which they don't believe is eternal hell. So basically, if you leave, they tell you that you're committing the unforgivable sin in the Bible, which is a complete lie. The sin of blasphemy against the Holy Spirit. This is what they tell you. And this is what the members believe. And this is what keeps them staying in that cult, for fear of losing their eternal salvation, because they're told that this religion is the only way. But we know that Christ is the only way to salvation. Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. It's not Jehovah's Witness, it's not Mormons, it's not Scientology. The religions are not what gain your salvation. It is your personal relationship with Jesus Christ.